What's going on, guys? Once again, it's your boy Chef Raedar, and today we've got a little bit of pasta going on. You know, as much as I've hated TikTok in the past, there's some pretty good ideas on there. So we're gonna take this whole pasta bake thing that they've got going on and take it to the next level and put Chef Raidar's stamp of approval on it. So let's get into it. We've got our feta here. That's this whole star of the show here. And then we've got our cherry tomatoes. I got some nice, heirloom tomatoes here, all the fancy different colors. I've got some oregano. Original recipe on there says Italian seasoning, but Italian, it's a little same old, same old, same old. So we're gonna be using some Cajun along with our oregano. I've got some olive oil here. Now that, in terms of what TikTok is concerned, that is the recipes for the ingredient. Now I said we were gonna take this to the next level, and we are. So we're going to add a little bit of bell pepper, and best thing to add to any pasta, we've got some of Trust Food Works house-made and house-cured bacon. We are going to chop up and put in there right before we finish up our pasta. Before we get too far into it, let's chop some things up. I'm gonna stop slamming on this table. We're gonna chop everything up, get it in our pan, and get it in the oven. One of the benefits of working in a commercial kitchen, you get some big onions. Look at this thing. Every time I'm going to my parents' or go to a grocery store, you get these dinky little tiny things. This thing is huge. So I am going to say with this guy, I am only going to use half of it. I'm only going to use about this much, but I would say that is a whole onion if you're looking at what you guys probably have at home. As Josh just mentioned, you can usually find these big guys at farmers markets before they get kind of sorted for commercial and residential use. There, now we have everything. I hope. Nope, that's everything. So let's get to assembling this goodness. So according to TikTok, we're gonna wanna grab a pan and put our feta right there in the middle. And then what we want to do is literally put all of our cherry tomatoes right around. Now we're gonna change things up a bit. We're gonna sprinkle all our peppers around and get those in there. Sprinkle our onions in there. Get some bacon in there. We're gonna get our garlic all in here. So before anyone says, oh, chef uses the pre-minced garlic, that's not true. I like to buy fresh garlic in, mince it myself, and then store it in oil. Lasts longer, and you're still using fresh garlic. And you take the whole need of chopping it up every time you need to go to use it. Got some ingredients in there. We are going to drizzle with our olive oil. We want a decent amount in there. And lastly, we're gonna take a few pinches of oregano. I'm going to sprinkle in some Cajun seasoning right on top of that feta. Our next step, we want to make sure everything is pretty mixed together, because we don't necessarily want the garlic right on the top, because then it'll burn, because we are putting it in the oven at about 400 degrees. Now, if we want to get into specifics, on TikTok, I haven't been able to find whether or not most people are using a conduction oven or a convection oven. We're gonna go with that they are using a conduction oven, and I'm going to reduce my temperature in the oven by about 30 degrees because I have a high-powered fan. So we are actually going to set our oven to about 370 degrees. we're gonna cover this up, get it in there, and then about 15 minutes in, I'm gonna take the cover off so we can start to get some nice caramelization and color on all of our ingredients. So let's get the oven set, and we will get this going, and we'll move on to making our pasta. Okay, our oven is at temperature. Time to put this baby in. You'll notice I got my nice lid on there. And like I said, about 15 minutes in, we are going to pop this off and let it caramelize. Make it 16 minutes. Now next step, we're gonna have to cook our pasta because nobody likes raw pasta. And I'm gonna do it a little differently than most people do. I'm not gonna do it on the stove. We are going to use our oven. We got our pan here. Now our first step is we wanna spill our pasta. And we are going to pour a layer in the bottom. And set the rest off to the side. And we're gonna take some water and submerge all of this pasta. We want about an inch of water above the pasta, so once it cooks, it doesn't actually come out of the water, right? We want it to be able to expand. We are going to take a sprinkle of salt. As simple as that. We're gonna throw this in the oven, and it'll take about 5 minutes for the water to warm up nicely and get to a point, and then probably another 7 to 10 minutes for the pasta to actually cook. Once it cooks, we're just gonna pull it out, strain off the water, and we've got cooked pasta. So our pasta and our feta bake, they are all finished. I've got my pasta over here all strained up, ready to go, ready to get some sauce in it, and we are about to pull the rest of it out of the oven, so let's do it. Oh, smells phenomenal. All right. So, according to TikTok, the way you tell if it was done is if your feta was nice and soft, and that is falling apart. Start to mix this around. Get everything all worked together. All right, so we have our sauce. Look at that gooiness. Oh, that looks phenomenal. So next step, we have strained our pasta, and we are going to mix all of that in. Now keep in mind, if your pasta is a little, or your sauce is a little thin, starch from your pasta will begin to thicken it as it is absorbed into the rest of the pasta. All right. Now all that's left, let's get this on a plate, make it look pretty. So we're gonna plate this up, and we're gonna give it a nice taste. Actually, before we plate that up, one thing you gotta make sure you do. Now I didn't add any salt at the beginning of the cooking process because feta itself can be very salty. And in this case, between the seasoning and our feta, we have enough salt in here. Oh, and the bacon. Bacon is a salty meat. So, there we are. Get all that rest of that gooiness, that sauce. Set our pan to the side. And here we have it, my friends. Looks great. Only thing I'm gonna say it needs, where are you, buddy? Little bit of the racha. Woo! I know I'm ready to dig in. So let's dig in. All right, get a nice amount here. Look at that steam. Mm. Mm. Yep. Now I know I've put my twist on this, but I'm gonna say TikTok definitely won this. This is a trend I could keep up with. I could definitely eat. Don't be afraid to mess around. Like, if you don't like peppers, take the peppers out. If you don't like tomatoes, take those out. Add whatever in. The possibilities really are endless with this. So if you guys like this, you guys know what to do. Head down below, hit like and subscribe, comment, get on the community, and if you like these videos and you want more videos like this, me recreating and making TikTok trends even better, then let us know in the comments below. Until next time, I'm Chef Raedar. We'll see you then.